welcome back. This is Sean with DPC Technology. I'm the project manager. Today, Clay brought me in here to go ahead and take a look at this camera compact junction box from Unifi. We typically install cameras on the walls or especially when we're doing masonry, we'll end up mounting them to a junction box because you guys are familiar with this little dongle right here, and it can be a big pain to mount this through a hole because you now have to cut the hole big enough to fit this. So what we end up doing with that is we'll get a junction box, mount the junction box to the wall, and then curl this up inside the junction box. You can buy those pretty much anywhere, Lowe's, Home Depot, and they do get the job done, but you are messing with the mount every time because every junction box is different. You have to cut holes in them to make sure it lines up with the holes in this. So Unifi has kind of said, I got you. And they sent us this one. So what's special about this one is we have the G5 turret Ultra here. The holes line right up to it, so all you have to do is mount them out, slap them right onto it, and curl your wire in behind it. This saves you installation time, so you don't have to mess with drilling custom holes into your junction boxes and the different mounting brackets that go behind that. So let's go ahead and get this thing opened up and take a look at it. Here's your first perspective of the box once you open it up. Just a bunch of little metal pieces. They're all pretty sturdily built and all organized in typical Unifi fashion. There's your junction box. And these are little conduit adapters, so it allows you to mount different sizes and fits to this box so you can kind of adapt it right in onto the exact mounting location depending on where you're running it. So if I'm running along a wall, I would have the conduit come in from the side here. You also have a little hole mount on the back here. This allows you to mount this up on a ceiling or down on a pole sitting right on top like that and kind of make your turret sitting upright. So any of these applications are pretty nice. It makes it pretty versatile for any installation. You also have a little plug that comes with it here. This is just to cover your holes if you don't use them. We also have our pole mount bracket. So this allows you to mount the device onto a pole. Getting into all the screws, they give you all little tiny screws, nice little conduit ring, and your strap for your pole mount, drywall anchors. This also includes flush mount screws to mount your G5 turret to the junction box. Last but not least, they give you this little level right here, which in my opinion is junk. Get a real level. It makes the installation kind of confusing because you can't trust the bubble. If you ever compare those to a real level, it's not something you want to trust. But it is nice for people that are doing a home installation and don't have all those pieces. So now that we have the spread of all the equipment that comes with this device, as you can see, it's pretty versatile. It gives you every single mounting bracket that you may need, any sort of adapter, piece, and component. This kind of saves you time so you don't have to go to Lowe's and go back and realize you need another piece to it, or you don't think about every single component required to mount this device. So it's kind of perfect for what you need. Is you know what you're getting and you're going to have it ready for you when you're doing your installation. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do a dry run mock-up of what the camera will look like mounted on the wall because I want to test all my fittings and see what's going where. So first thing, let's just take the sticker off of this one. And it says on here, please ensure the rubber grommet is securely fastened to prevent water damage. So that's kind of nice, as it does include a little bit of a grommet on the back side here. So in this scenario, we're going to be flush mounting this to the wall. So it'll go right here and create a seal. One thing I did notice is that when you look behind here, I had to peel this off a little bit to take a look, but there is a screw hole there. And that's kind of how I'm going to be mounting these to the wall. I'm going to secure that back down, but I'll be screwing in through the bracket into the wall to mount this to it to secure that. On the top side of this here comes your little bracket. It does have a little bit of a chain there, so you're not going to just drop this and lose it while you're 20 feet up a wall. It also has a carabiner that comes with it, which I'm assuming comes with it so that you can mount your camera to it and secure that to there so that doesn't come loose. So now you can kind of drag everything like this. Right now it's in the way, so let's go ahead and take that off. Since I'm going to be flush mounting this, we're going to need to go ahead and secure that gaping hole here with our little plug. So that'll go right in here. Secure that up. And I'll screw that down nice and tight once I get up on the wall there. So you'll see that your bracket here has a little bit of a hole on the bottom, which lines up with a little bit of a notch there. So that will secure in just like that. And you have a rubber grommet here on the back side that we can go ahead and pop out. And this is for your cable, so this will just slot around the cable here create a nice seal for that, on top of having your seal on the back side. So they're definitely keeping waterproofing in mind, because this is going to be a pretty exposed camera on the side of the building. So the next thing to look at here is how is our mount going to line up on the back side of the turret. So I'll pull this off. And that's it. It'll just slide right on top here, and we'll use the provided screws that come in the kit that line up the holes with the back here, so you'll have a nice smooth flush installation. Your camera cable will coil up inside here, mounted to your Ethernet that pops through the wall, and we're all set to go. And that sums up this video for you guys. If you like more of this content, make sure you like this video, subscribe to our channel, and we'll have more videos for you coming out soon.